Hey guys, it's Daedalus here, and I'm back with another video. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about Mob Psycho 100. Now, I'm freshly off this anime, and first thing I gotta say is I didn't really watch the entirety of it when I first saw it, because it was only season 1 back then, and I didn't really get to see all of it. And by the time that the season 2 and 3 came out, I was already on different animes, so it was like a big mess. So I finally got around to it, and I watched through the entire thing, all the way from Mob Psycho 100 Season 1 to Mob Psycho 100 Season 3. And I gotta say, it is freaking wild, man. First thing off my top of my head that I can think about is it's a lot like One Punch Man in a way, with the way the main character is super powerful and like super, unstoppable. It's just it just reminds me a lot of One Punch Man, especially even the fight scenes. They remind me a lot of how One Punch Man's all set up. Anyway, the whole anime is about a psychic kid from high school with these massive psychic powers who's just trying to live a normal life, but yet falls, for a con artist who isn't a psychic but has a psychic medium job. So he goes around and hunts down ghosts. Finally around it just gets more and more wild the more you watch it. From the first season, it's not as wild as you might think, from watching it twice. I definitely saw things I didn't really see beforehand, but I don't want to ruin much of it for you guys because I want you guys to watch it for yourselves. So I'm gonna try and abbreviate most of it. So Mob Psycho 100 is so powerful, and that he had to lock up his emotions to keep his powers locked in as well, sorta. But when his emotions hit a peak where he can't stand it anymore, it breaks. You know how you get angry enough that sometimes it just shatters. I'm not saying that happens to everybody, but I know it's definitely happened to me once or twice when I just my anger has hit just a new fever pitch, my bad. Anyway, and I'm just about to freaking lose it. So I understand it a little bit, but I don't know. I'm assuming a lot of people have dealt with that at least once in their life, where they're just getting annoyed and just straight up pissed off or something, and then eventually you've hit your limit. You hit the limit of what you can handle. So I doubt it's just me that's handled this sort of thing. So anyway, Mob Psycho 100, that's his whole thing. So he locks up his emotions. So, eventually when it bursts out on a volcano, so do his powers, and he becomes a freaking whole new person, dude. Obviously throughout the show, throughout the first season, his brother is trying to get psychic powers too. He doesn't have any psychic powers. He's real pissed about it. He's all I want psychic powers. And to be fair, same, dog. Why don't you light me up with some psychic powers? I'd be down. Psychic powers sound amazing, but they also sound like there'd be a lot more trouble than they're worth. Have you ever seen Psyche K? That shit explains a lot about how you just go to sleep at one night and just blow up half the house. God damn it. I can understand, why psychic powers would be a massive pain, especially telepathy. Think about that. You can't even go to the movies without constant mall court noise. That'd be freaking annoying as hell. I'd be sitting here watching the Avengers or something like that, and I just hear everybody in the movie theater talking they're on their cell phone. Just imagine that for 5 seconds. Oh my god. Anyway, telepathy is one of the most worthless powers I've ever seen. Who really cares if you can read the other guy's mind? And personally, I don't want to know what's in other people's minds. some people got some strange ass kinks I don't want to be a part of. Like, I really don't. You know, like telepathy. I'm sorry. Would that be telepathy? Yeah, I think it's telepathy. Yeah, telekinesis is the one that you move things with your mind. Anyway, yeah, no, telepathy is definitely the one power. If I had to choose between a set of powers, like, you know, if I were in a normal isekai or some shit, then that would be the one power I would avoid with all due haste. Like, it would just be the most annoying shit in the world. Like, I'd be over here trying to take a nap, and I'd hear water buyers from 2 miles away for no reason. You know, it just, you know, telepathy sucks hard. But, you know, telekinesis isn't really all that bad. That'd be a cool one to go for. Or, what was the other one? Pyrokinesis is cool. Like, there's a lot of different cool Esper powers that you can find all over the place, and it's just, like, really cool. But Mob Psycho is, like, you know, from One Punch Man, Tatsumaki or whatever her name is. I think it's Tatsumaki. Like, if it were Tatsumaki versus Mob Psycho, I'm guaranteeing you Mob Psycho would win. There'd be no contest. Mob Psycho would whip her around like a rag. There'd be no contest whatsoever between those two. I mean, I'm sure she'd probably show up here with all due confidence over here like, I'm gonna kick your ass. And then Mob Psycho's over here like, boom, just squish, dead. Like, Mob Psycho is definitely probably the most powerful anime psychic in the entire anime world. He truly is. You know, like, there's nobody that can really compete with him except for maybe One Punch Man himself. You know, maybe they could fight it, duke it out. We never actually saw the full extent of Saitama's powers either. Even when he fought the biggest enemy in One Punch Man that he faced, you know, the big alien dude, he didn't actually use his full power. He explained it later on in the end of the show. If you haven't seen that, go watch it. One Punch Man is amazing. Anyway, Mob Psycho was definitely a killer show. I'm glad I get to talk about this with you guys. Anyway, let's just go into season 2 while we're here. Season 2 was it starts up pretty much the same as season 1, sorta. But this one is where we get more. Oh wait, no, I missed something in season 1. I'm sorry. That's my bad. In season 1, there was a character that ended up becoming a friend after pushing Mob to his full limits. Can't really remember his name, even though I just watched it. That kind of sucks. But anyway, he was a good character. He came around, and he was also a psychic that had pretty exceptional powers. Not on the level of Mob Psycho, but he could probably put up a fight against Tatsumaki from One Punch Man. I don't know for how long, because she seems pretty powerful herself, but I'm pretty sure he could hold his own for a good maybe 2 days, depending on the situation, environment, and terrain. But anyway, Tats, you know, he comes in and he pisses off Mob Psycho, and believe it or not, this man goes ballistic. He goes gone, dude. He destroys half a school with his psycho powers, psychokinesis. And it's just, or not psychokinesis, I don't even know if that is a power. If that is a power, please leave a comment down below. Anyway, I'm talking about telekinesis, my bad. My brain is a little jumbled. You're gonna have to give me a second to catch my thoughts. Anyway, he literally destroys half an entire school with telekinesis. All because this one kid that also is a psychic pissed him off to no end. Like, he hit the 100 mark and this man lifted an entire school into the sky. Just all up in the fucking air, above the clouds, all of it. I gotta give it credit for Mob Psycho stuff. I really do. It was awesome. And I might even do another episode for 2 and 3, the seasons. Stay tuned for those. Originally, I was just going to jump into season 2, but I kind of forgot some parts, so I decided to jump back. I am sorry about that, but stay tuned for season 2 next time. And without further ado, Dayless signing off.